It would be absolutely amazing and a dream if my family could completely reconcile and all of us could go back to being one unified. I think that they all need each other. Ultimately, I think that all my siblings need each other.
My Kelty lies again. Shocking. Yes, my Kelty, I'm sure you want everyone to be one big happy family again, as long as that doesn't include Meri. And then she has the audacity to say that everyone needs their moms. Funny coming from someone who has made it abundantly clear she doesn't like Meri, something Christine even backed up in her talking head. But sure, my Kelty, tell us more about how other people should maintain relationships they don't want. Meanwhile, Tommy's face says it all, pure disbelief. Even he knows she's spewing nonsense. Speaking of nonsense, can we talk about that horrendous fake pregnant belly they made her wear? Absolutely tragic. Honestly, she's the only one of the kids getting this much screen time, probably because she's the only one desperate enough to take it. Seems like she's willing to say just about anything to stay relevant and keep those checks coming. And while we're on the topic, let's not ignore the way she and Tony kept badgering Christine about her dating life. That whole act felt less like genuine curiosity and more like a mission to gather intel for Kody. How Christine didn't see that is beyond me. These two are about as authentic as a dollar store knockoff. But here's what really gets me. It's not even about my Kelty not wanting a relationship with Meri. That's her choice. It's the hypocrisy. She gets to cut Meri off, but every other kid should be forced to stay connected to their moms and siblings, even if they don't want to. Oh, but not Meri. That's the exception, right? Because apparently only my Kelty is allowed to have boundaries. And let's be real, plenty of the adult kids probably think she's ridiculous, but just keep their mouths shut. At the end of the day, she's clearly only concerned about what Robyn's kids need. According to her, they need their siblings, need their mothers, need love and support, even after rejecting the family's efforts at Christmas. But does she have the same concern for anyone else? Of course not. If you needed more proof that she and Tony are just mouthpieces for Kody and Robyn, here it is. All Robyn's side does is cry, blame, and play the victim. And my Kelty is more than happy to help push the narrative. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel Reality Nexus X. The greed is truly next level. I cannot believe the audacity of Kody and Robyn expecting Janelle and Meri to just hand over 57% of Koyo Pass like it's some kind of donation drive. And the breakdown? Janelle gets 29%, Meri gets a measly 14%, and Kody and Robyn walk away with more than half. The math isn't just bad, it's offensively bad. Kody, you've made it abundantly clear that you and Robyn are a single, inseparable unit, right up until it comes to splitting assets. Suddenly, we're supposed to treat you as two totally independent parties, both entitled to their own generous shares. Convenient. And let's talk about this whole family home fantasy you keep pushing. Even if your kids miraculously decide to reconcile with you one day, there is no going back to the way things were. You've made it crystal clear that you owe your adult children nothing. I'd be shocked if any of them are even named in your will at this point. So no, you don't get to act like your property is for the family when you've spent years proving otherwise. No one's buying it. Now, Robyn, you have never contributed a single dime financially to this family, never had a real job, never meaningfully helped raise anyone else's kids, but you have managed to siphon over $1 million from the family's money for things that benefited no one but you and your children. At this point in the show, you're literally taking money from Meri every single month, yet can't even be bothered to invite her to holidays. And now you expect to independently own 29% of Koyo Pass, while Meri gets stuck with 14%. In what world is that fair? You are, quite literally, a thief. And let's be real, there is no way this land grab is even legally sound. Just because there aren't formal contracts doesn't mean everything automatically defaults to Kody's favor. If Janelle and Meri have any sense, and I sincerely hope they do, they will take legal action and demand an actual three-way split minus 4.67 acres for Janelle, 4.67 for Meri, and 4.67 for Kody and Robyn. Go ahead, Kody, keep smashing those hands together like that'll make it fair. And speaking of fairness, didn't Kody just say in the last episode that all 4 remaining adults had an equal 25% of coyote pass? Now, suddenly he's telling Meri she gets only 2 acres while Janelle gets 4, and he and Robyn get 8. The math is not mathing. Or maybe the answer is much simpler. Kody is just a lying liar pants. Because let's be real, this isn't about fairness or logic, it's about control. Kody's idea of financial justice is directly tied to uterus productivity. The fewer kids you had with him, the less you deserve. He's operating at Jim Bob Duggar levels of manipulation, maybe even worse. At least Jill Duggar managed to get some compensation for what was stolen from her. Meanwhile, Janelle and Meri have seen nothing, and Kody is still trying to rob them blind. I am beyond over the Mykelti and Tony show. Seriously, can we cut their screen time already? I can't stand either of them, and the fact that they're becoming such a big part of the show is just fantastic, red, completely unbearable. And Tony? Oh, Tony. He somehow manages to be even more insufferable than Robyn herself, which is honestly impressive. He's a walking cringe fest. Meanwhile, Mykelti inherited the worst traits from both Kody and Christine. What a combo. Can we please just fast forward through their scenes? The thirst for camera time is real with these two. They talk over each other like they're in a competition to be the most annoying. And let's not forget their favorite pastime, staring at their own reflections. It's almost like they're in love with their own screen presence. So to everyone watching, I don't have to. Thank you for your service. Personally, I skip every scene they're in. And Mykelti? Yeah, I've lost a ton of respect for her ever since she invited Kody and Robyn over for that little goodbye gathering, after Christine specifically asked her not to. Sure, maybe the producers nudged her into it, but even if that's the case, nope, still not okay. I could never put my mother in that kind of situation, and I seriously judge anyone who would. Robyn dramatically walking away because, of course, she didn't like where the conversation was going. And then, surprise, she comes back with this gem. If I'm there, maybe I can stop Kody from finalizing it. If I'm there, I can say, let's not make any decisions today. So, why were you there, Robyn? You walked away. You had the chance to do exactly what you're now claiming you would have done, but you didn't. Make it make sense. The contradiction is exhausting. And let's be real, she wasn't just walking away, she was leading the cameras away. Because what better way to control the narrative than to make sure the key part of the conversation isn't recorded? Classic manipulative move. All I could think while watching that scene was, wow, way to make it all about you. From the start, she acted like this breakup was her personal tragedy. She directed the conversation, shut down any real discussion between the actual people involved, and even spoke for them at different points. And of course, she made sure to insert her emotional reaction, complete with the signature tearful narration of her own dramatic exit. Meanwhile, Meri, who actually needed this conversation, was completely overshadowed. It was painful to watch. Robyn loves to play the supportive sister-wife role, but let's be honest, it's all performance. She's perfected the dry waterworks and cry face over the years, but where's the real support? She clings to this narrative of being close to Meri, of being the one trying to hold the family together, but in reality, she never invites Meri anywhere, never includes her in anything, and has been living a monogamous life with Kody for years. And yet, somehow, Kody, Meri, and even her own kids will still buy into her "I'm the real victim" act. Every single time. Robyn really showed us who the true selfish sister wife was, right from the start. She claimed she wanted this big, loving sisterhood so badly, yet when it came time to actually act like a sister wife, her true intentions were crystal clear. If she had any compassion for Christine, who was very pregnant at the time, she would have stepped back and shown some basic respect. But nope, Robyn bulldozed her way through their courtship, monopolizing Kody's time while Christine was about to pop. Because why let a little thing like human decency get in the way of her grand romance? And Kody? Oh, he was more than happy to oblige. Wedding dress shopping, cake tastings, swooning over Robyn, while Christine was at home exhausted, homeschooling 12 kids, cooking for everyone, and working at night to support, wait for it, Robyn, who, by the way, saw absolutely no reason to get even a part-time job. Why bother when she had a 9 months pregnant woman footing the bill? But back to the honeymoon minus 11 days. 11. Who does that? Oh, right, 2 people who simply cannot be bothered to think about anyone else. And Robyn had the audacity to call their 10-month courtship long for a plural marriage. You know what else would have been a good idea? Using those 10 months to actually integrate into the family. But no, she left her kids with her mom instead of trusting the other wives. Red flag, anyone? If you don't trust the family you're marrying into to watch your kids, maybe, just maybe, that's a sign this isn't the right fit. At the end of the day, Robyn and Kody deserve each other. They've been in their own little selfish bubble from the beginning. And honestly, Christine should have been the one to take an 11-day vacation. She earned it. Robyn always said she wanted to live polygamy. She believed in it. She dreamed of sitting on the porch with her sister wives, living that big, happy plural marriage life. Well, guess what, Robyn? That dream is still within reach. There's no cap on how many wives Kody can collect. Why not help him find a few more? Really lean into that polygamous lifestyle you claim to love so much. Honestly, the only reason I'd want them to stay on the show is to watch Kody bring in younger wives and see it drive Robyn absolutely insane. Imagine it, Kody marrying women 10 to 15 years younger, expanding the family just like Robyn always wanted. More siblings for Ari and Sol, more chaos, and best of all, Robyn getting exactly what she wished for. Wouldn't that be something? Meri once again getting the short end of the stick. Am I really the only one getting tired of the Janelle and Christine showdown? The way they've turned their post-escape saga into a media spectacle is impressive, but let's be real, this newfound friendship of theirs is a little too convenient. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad they're happy. Good for them. But for 30 years, they were locked in a fundamentalist cage match, clawing at each other every chance they got. And now they're acting like the only villains in this story are Kody and Robyn. Not that I have a problem with that. Meanwhile, they conveniently erase their own messy history and continue with the tired narrative that Meri was never really part of the family, as if she was the only one throwing punches in that cage match. Let's not forget Janelle, who wants us to pretend she just happened to be part of this family and didn't actually marry into it. Christine, who as a teenager decided she had to have Meri's husband, whether anyone liked it or not. And now Christine's over here, whisper voicing, my Keltie doesn't want contact with everyone in the family, like she has no idea why. Please, my Keltie, the same person who loves stirring up half-truths she definitely learned from someone inside the family. The same my Keltie who preaches that everyone should stay in touch, except, of course, when it's her. Christine and Janelle act like they were the only ones in that house, conveniently glossing over the fact that they all played the game, backstabbing, plotting, and undermining each other at every turn. And yet, Meri remains the designated villain, simply because she had 1 kid instead of 6. I have no issue with them basking in their freedom and rediscovered friendship, but the way they erase Meri's existence while also ignoring their own complicity, that's rich. Let's not forget that these same women neglected their kids and let them believe it was somehow Meri's fault they didn't have food. Let's be clear, until Vegas, they all lived together. They all ate together. There is no way Meri was sitting at the same kitchen table, feeding Leon steak while tossing Mykelti a stale crust of bread. If steak was on Meri's plate, it was after Vegas, and by then, nobody was starving, thanks to that sweet, sweet TLC money. And if Christine prioritized replacing broken laptops and couches over steak, that's something Mykelti needs to take up with her mother, not Meri. Was Meri difficult? Probably, but let's not pretend Janelle and Christine were easy to live with either. Instead of rewriting history, it'd be refreshing to hear them admit that they, too, played their part in this disaster. But no, Meri remains the infertile devil that their attention-starved kids blame for every hardship, until, of course, they need money or free labor for a wedding. Maybe Meri isn't interested in doing interviews. Maybe she just wants to live her life. Honestly, I think she checked out of this family years ago, only showing up a couple of times a year to film. Christine can chase the spotlight all she wants, but Meri, she's more private. We don't know the full story. Maybe Meri has been approached for interviews and turned them down. If she wanted to speak out, I guarantee ET or any other outlet would jump at the chance. Maybe she simply prefers to look forward instead of reliving the past. One thing's for sure, Meri was never close to Janelle or Christine. They tolerated each other because they had to. And honestly, I don't even think Robyn and Meri are friends outside of the storyline. Everyone assumes Meri wants to be part of Christine and Janelle's little reunion. But what if she's perfectly happy staying far, far away? And here's the kicker, Meri was the smart one. She built independent income streams that aren't tied to the show. Sure, her MLM hustle benefits from TLC exposure, but she set up businesses that will last long after the cameras stop rolling. Same with her B&B meanwhile. Christine and Janelle need the show and the money that comes with it. Meri, she can do her own thing until she DC. Wait, Meri and Mykelti? Christine made it crystal clear that Meri would never, ever be at any of Mykelti's events, and yet here we are, just breezing past it like it never happened. No dramatic confrontation, no explanation, just cut to the carriage house as if Christine didn't just say, she won't be involved with Mykelti or the kids. Period. Longtime viewers, help me out. When exactly did this Meri/Mykelti fallout become a thing? We all know about Meri and Peyton. Meri and Maddie? Sure, but Meri and Mykelti? Since when? Where's the scandalous backstory? Where's the Reddit deep dive I clearly missed? And honestly, with the way Mykelti never stops talking, you'd think she would have spilled every excruciating detail about whatever unforgivable thing Meri supposedly did. But nope, radio silence. Suspicious, right? From what I do remember, there was some talk about how Robyn swooped in and put a stop to Meri's behavior toward Mykelti when she joined the family. Even Christine, Robyn, Kody, and, shockingly, Meri herself have acknowledged this. Yet somehow, we're all just supposed to accept that this had nothing to do with the larger family implosion. What's even weirder is how united Christine, Janelle, and Kody are in their apparent disdain for Meri. Kody and Christine act like they want nothing to do with her. Janelle, usually the neutral one, is going out of her way to remind us that she doesn't talk to Meri. And none of this feels like it's about catfishing or failed marriages. It's something else entirely. And yet, despite all the tension, not one of them has given a real reason. No dramatic confession. No, Meri did X and will never forgive her. It's all just vague resentment. No one has come forward with the juicy details, like Meri raided Mykelti's closet and went full mommy dearest with the wire hangers. Honestly, I have a feeling Christine's kids weren't exactly easy to live with either. They were so neglected that it had to affect their behavior. Even Christine admits she focused more on Janelle's kids than her own. And let's not forget Kody. He was too busy roughhousing with Janelle's boys to even pretend to care about Christine's kids. So where did that leave them? At the bottom of everyone's priority list. But sure, let's just gloss over all of this and pretend we didn't notice. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.